Adam Wainwright getting his warm-up tosses in, perhaps a little later than usual tonight for this series finale as we welcome you back to the friendly confines on a foggy evening for baseball. It's Matt Carpenter to lead things off. Hit a Cardinals record 8 home runs against Chicago last year. Paul DeYoung and Paul Goldschmidt follow. Two-time All-Star Marcell Ozuna hit a homer yesterday. Shaky start to the season. He looks like a guy headed to Cleveland for the All-Star game this year.
Oh, he is, Matt, and he is pitching better now than I've seen him since he won the ERA title back in 2016.
Carpenter sends a ball the other way in the air for Kyle Schwarber, and the first out's in the books for Kyle Hendricks. Dexter in the lineup batting 5th for the Cardinals tonight. There's the first strikeout of the game for Kyle Hendricks. Punched out 10 in his last assignment against the Rockies. That's hit well to right field. Carlos Gonzalez has a line on it, however, and it's a 1-2-3 start to the ball game for Kyle Hendricks. Kyle Schwarber, who Joe says is swinging the bat better than he's ever seen. He's hit safely in 6 in a row. Bryant, Rizzo, and Baez follow. Carlos Gonzalez, the newest Cub, the 3-time All-Star, batting number 5. Last time out notwithstanding, right-hander Adam Wainwright.
Yeah, 6'7", 235-pounder he's ever been. That's quite the compliment, Jess.
There's ball 4. Leadoff hitters aboard in the Chicago half of the first. Bryant into left center field. Schwarber's going to try for third. He'll get there in front of the throw. It is not a secret that you can run on Marcell Ozuna in left to the degree that they're taking third base on base hits to left. Bat with second and third and nobody out. On one hop to Goldschmidt's going to drive in a run. 1-0 Chicago. Nothing and 1 the count to Javi Baez. Sharply hit the second for Wong. That keeps Bryant in check and gives Wainwright his second out of the inning. Doubled and drove in a pair in the win yesterday. On the ground for DeYoung, and it could have been a whole lot worse for Adam Wainwright. Second and third with nobody out, and Chicago settles for a lone run in their half of the first. That chart will indicate. Ozuna one hops to third. Good play by Bryant. He threw it away, however, and Ozuna's safe.
Should be at second base.
Ball and a strike to Fowler. Bunting. Hendricks has got it. Oh, wanted the lead runner, and they had him by plenty, but Bryant wasn't there to field the throw. Ozuna was a dead duck.
And I love that by Fowler, putting the pressure on.
And Wong has lined to left to tie the ball game. That, and it eats up Schwarber. Wong to second. Done his job, has Hendricks. Infield chopper for Baez, and there are 2 away.
He would catch him last week, and he said, I kind of was hoping that that's what it would be.
Popped him up. Bodie and Baez negotiate, and it's Baez that retires the side. Not before the Cardinals can scratch across an early tying run.
Freeze up those hands, man.
Space hit into right.
Like that.
Batting 8th in tonight's Cubs lineup. Kyle Bunting. Kisner's got it, and the sacrifice works. It's a feel thing, and Joe was feeling it tonight. Into right for Fowler. It still may pay off.
Meaning it might only be 89, but it feels like 95.
Full count pitch to Carpenter is served into right field, a base hit.
So that sinker down.
Gets DeYoung to pop it up. Gonzalez has got it for route number 2.
87.
Carpenter runs, and Goldschmidt sends it into center field for Jason Hayward to retire the side. Nothing comes of the 1-out single. through 2.5 in Chicago. We got what, another week and a half until summer officially arrives. There's Kyle Schwarber. That's a fair ball up the first baseline. Goldschmidt to Wainwright, and there's one away.
Once he saw it go through, then he advanced to second base.
Bryant's 2 for 2 tonight. To the count to Anthony Rizzo. On the ground for Wong. The shortstop covering for one. The relay, and they turn the double play. Well executed by the Cardinals on a tough chance. Cardinals baseball. Nothing despite the 1-out single. And we played.
It is not something he inherited this. It's going to take him a while to get the Cardinals to where he wants it. So patience for Cardinals Nation. It was win, win, win. He did it till he was 47 years old. Sometimes, as you see strike 3 there, sometimes hitters get a little bit too comfortable, and that plays into Hendricks' hand.
There goes Ozuna, got a big jump. Throw down is in time to get him, however. Wilson Contreras gets 33% of the would-be thieves, and that number will go up a little bit after that.
Joe Madden calls him the best tagger he's ever seen. The no-look Magic Johnson no-look tag.
I know where you're at.
And Wainwright strikes him out. It was the first by a Cardinals starter since Friday. It's a base hit for Cargo.
Should be running here.
And he is. A swing and miss by Contreras. Throw down to second base is in time for the strike him out, throw him out, double play.
Knowing his personality, he is an igniter. He is someone that kind of relishes in these scenarios. Except for when you're caught looking and a fastball up and away. Now tonight pregame, I just got caught up in hitting underneath the ball so much.
Oh.
Wainwright into left center field. It's going to split the gap. Adam Wainwright can hit. Don't sleep on the number 9 spot in the order. The only active pitcher in baseball with more homers than that guy is Madison Bumgarner. That one's bounced up the first base line. Rizzo isn't going to get there in time. There was some miscommunication as to whether Hendricks was going to come and field a throw or not, and everybody's safe.
The interview with Buster and Mike Schultz.
So here's DeYoung now. First pitch, a hot shot for Bryant, and with some help, Hendricks gets out of the tight spot. Runners left stranded at the corners. We've reached the midway point tonight.
And Pete Alonso. I'd love to see Big Pete.
And Jason Hayward's 2 for 2. Man, he has had 2 really nice plate appearances against Adam Wainwright in this game. Previously, it happened in the first, and that's the inning they scored their run. Hendricks has a perfect bunt laid down.
He's putting on a clinic, and I know it's bunting, right? So you're sitting at home and you're like, it's a sacrifice.
2 plate appearances for David. Both have come with a runner in scoring position, and this time he cashes in. Back that Bodie up. 2-1 Chicago.
David Bodie, the percentages of them scoring actually lessen once you get to 1 out.
Schwarber with a rocket into right center. Bodie's being waved around. 3-1 Chicago.
And he is 37, so there's a residual and is a -1 for the next few starts.
That's it. That's all for Wainwright with nobody up in the bullpen. So Adam is leaving the game in an injury capacity.
40% strikeout percentage, has struck out a batter 19 of his last 22 appearances, and look at that whip.
So advantage Cubs, and you've seen that early on in this game.
Bryant lifts a high fly ball out to shallow center. Bader and DeYoung try to pick it out of the fog. Rizzo to deep center field. Boy, nothing's cutting through that thick fog tonight.
That ball was smoked.
Wow. Off the bat, I thought he was going to knock down the scoreboard. Paul Goldschmidt leads things off in the St. Louis half of the 6th and sends one into right center field. Goldschmidt leads off the 6th with a 2-base hit for St. Louis.
And Goldie and the overhand curveball, you have to think fastball and attack him like that.
Marcell Ozuna has his 3rd hit of the ball game. And here come the Cardinals with the tying runs on base and nobody out in the inning. Fowler bounces to first. Rizzo's coming home where they've got the out on Goldschmidt.
I mean, this is such an incredible play.
First and second now for Colton Wong. And Wong slugs a fly ball into center field. There are 2 away. Hey, let me have you look at the end of this play, Alex. Chopper back to Hendricks.
Oh, wow.
Houdini Hendricks gets out of a jam. 1st and 3rd and nobody out, and the Cardinals fail to score.
The professor just jumping off the mound, break out the bare hand. No doubt about it. Dartmouth.
Cargo swings and misses wildly, and there are 2 away. His spot in the order is due up 2nd in the 7th, so this might be his last man, and he ends his stint, if it is to come to an end, with a strikeout. An impressive outing for Giovanni Gallegos.
About this too, but there is an entire psychology about the confidence and reading the batters.
Another broken bat. Look out for the shrapnel as Bryant handles the line shot. Man.
And Jess, I love that you're talking about.
Carpenter serves a fly ball out to left center field, carrying, but Hayward's there to make the catch and finish off a 1-2-3 inning for Kyle Hendricks. How do you measure yourself against other golfers? By height, says Ty Webb. Hayward to right. I mean, we have seen some contact here tonight in this game for St. Louis, making his 9th appearance of the year.
Previous starter, 3.86 ERA.
Almora with a hot shot to 3rd. Carpenter knocks it down, recovers, nothing on the throw, and Almora's safe. I think even with a bigger throw, Almora was going to be safe at first. He runs very well. And again, it's all feeding top of the order guys. What happened there?
Just threw the ball away. I mean, that ball had to be 99. Look at this throw.
I was going to say.
Bam! Watch out.
Another rocket to drive in another run. Man, is he hot.
Felt like he was always avoiding us, just nervous, like, and now he has that confidence, and it's showing up in his swing.
Cubs add on.
Always in the closer role, but in the more high leverage innings, and we haven't really spoken about Craig Kimbrell being added to this bullpen.
Including Carl Edwards Jr., who's made some nice adjustments.
Paul Goldschmidt's heated up tonight. Base hits in each of his last 2 at-bats.
But the question is what?
Cubs were pleased with it. Kimbrell himself was pleased with it as Ozuna strikes out for out number 2.
Well, Matty, I can tell you from personal.
And the 2-2 is looked at for a called strike 3. A couple of strikeouts wrap up a scoreless 8th for Steve. And a called strike 3 taken by Rizzo, who is already halfway down to first base. Kimbrell is activated.
And it just makes you so much better. I mean, you think about having those 2 guys there.
As Brandon Morrow is going to return to this bullpen at some point this season, who was supposed to be their closer.
Carlos Gonzalez with some carry to the other field. Ozuna back, leaps, and it's into the basket. it had already happened. We didn't see. There we go.
There
Okay.
it is. There it is.
Maybe they hate him.
Goodness. Swing and a miss by Wilson Contreras puts an end to the inning. His first appearance in a 9th inning this year, and according to his manager, is throwing the ball as well as he has all season. 3-1 from Edwards, and ball 4. Leadoff hitters aboard. Bader with the drive out to center field. Almora on the run, making a fine catch. He is a plus defender. That was a very difficult chance. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. 3-pitch strikeout.
If you're Martinez, you may take 2 strikes here.
He takes ball 4, so Edwards loses him on 4 pitches. And here comes Joe Maddon with a very slow pace to perhaps bring the hook with him and go to Pedro Strop. Matt Carpenter's first pitch from Pedro Strop wraps up the night. Talk about exerting minimum effort. 1 pitch from Pedro Strop, and that'll do her. The Cubs finish off their 2nd sweep of the Cardinals at home in as many tries this year.